Guys, it's Monday.
Monday!
Woo! What are we doing?
Lots. So we just had our split playing with Icy, and it is a very busy week. It's the week before the Kickstarter goes live, and the demo needs to go live at the end of the week as well. So there's lots to do.
At the time of this video, the Kickstarter will be live, so pause the video right now and go and click this massive QR code we've got on screen right now, haven't we, Lee?
Go. Yeah, in terms of that, I'm going to be getting the Kickstarter stuff finished up this week. There's a lot of feedback we got given on the stuff, not the changes that I made, so we're going to be getting that looking as good as possible. As well as that, the MCM leaflet as well. Made a start of that last week, we just followed the last video. Going to get that finalised as well, to get that sent off as well. And yeah, there's some other stuff for other games, I think, but mostly Skystead.
Lots. Yeah, lots of Skystead stuff for me this week as well. Going through a big list of fixes I need to do for the game, and also get ahead on some of the UI stuff that Rob's got in mind for me. Don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm sure Rob's going to tell me in a few minutes. Yeah, pretty much my week.
Busy week as well for me. The demo is coming out to patrons and some people, like content creators and things like that, on Friday. So the demo needs to be done for then, and I'll make it happen somewhere, somehow. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So we've got a delivery today from Vista Print, it says there, but it's the Colouring Pixels business card things. So every goodie bag's going to have one of these in, just a little advert for Colouring Pixels, and then on the back you've got a thing to colour in, and it reveals a picture when you've done it, so actual Colouring Pixels in real life, which is something that we wanted to do for a long time. Yeah, so as you can see, we've got another package delivered as well. So this is the wall, what would you call it, like the wall lining?
Wall canvas?
Canvas, I don't know, but basically this is going to go like on the wall there. So we've got a corner booth at MCM. And yeah, there's going to be another one of these. So this is the left one. You see the clouds on the left here. We've got a different one for the far wall, which is going to have like the large island and more clouds on the right and stuff like that. And it looks really cool. It's quite nice to see all of our assets so blown up, I guess, big. But yeah, it looks really good. And then fingers crossed, it'll look really good with the grass that we've got. So yeah. Okay, yeah. So we've got another delivery, another one from Vista Print, and it looks like a whole bunch more cards. So these ones are the Hexseed ones. And then we've got some Lulip ones in here as well. Oh, they're looking really good. We've got yours, Lee. Want to show them? Oh, they're looking so good.
So we had quite a lot of meetings yesterday, so I didn't get really a chance to record. There's a few things that I really wanted to get done yesterday, so primarily I wanted to get the UI stuff done, or at least started, so I could work on it today and have a sort of sense of what I wanted to do. So I got a few icons done, and these are essentially the icons that will be located on the billboard of the game that will display the percentage of different types of land mass, that's the way I put it. So this is dirt, this is grass, and this will be the water. And we all seem quite happy with these. I haven't really give the guys a look at the dirt one yet, and hope that'll be okay. But as for today, I'm probably going to get the rest of these done. There's quite a few to get through, but these didn't take too long, so hopefully I'll get through quite a big bunch. However, I did start off quite slow this morning, just to get a bit warmed up. I did do a quick art pass of the planter that Icy made. The actual model, the mesh, is really cool. I really like the design work he did on it, especially these little notches he added in, and they're really cool. So I thought I would just quickly texture this up, and it looks really nice. I did a little quick render this morning just to make it look like the rest of them, so they all look nice on the Trello board.
Okay, so I've been working on lots and lots of bug fixes for the demo that I'll be releasing on Friday. There's just so much. You can see that I've worked on this intro, made this a bit nicer. So this is when you actually load up the game and you press play. And yeah, I've been working on a bunch of other things as well. A lot of spelling fixes. I've had 2 passes of that. Lee did a pass of things that I'd obviously spelt wrong, and then Kim did a pass last night telling me I can't spell. Okay, yeah, so some of the other things I've been working on. So you'll see that the UI is for the tutorial is on top right now. That's just because we thought it was obstructing the player a bit too much, so we moved it over there, and that means that the notifications for the boat arriving and things are on the top left now. you'll notice that the subtitles has moved as well, and that's just because we've got some new UI for when you're building. So now when you select build mode, you've got this like little wheel of what things you've got selected, which you can cycle through. It's okay for the demo. I think I can do better, to be honest, but it'll do. Yeah, and then we've got this number here, which is how many items you've actually got. So previously you could just place as many as you wanted of those things, but we actually want it so that you can buy them from the shop.
So the major task today for myself has been getting the Kickstarter page updated with all the feedback that we received, or that I received from the guys regarding the changes. Hang on, this isn't up to date. So there we go. Minor changes here and there, such as making the text larger here, centering the text here. Some bigger changes down towards the bottom here, lining up all of these perfectly as well. This is not the major update. You can see, if you remember what it looked like before, the text is a lot larger, and the boxes themselves aren't all the same size, just because it allows us to give more room for the boxes that need it so they don't look as cramped. I'm sure there might be a bit more feedback after the fact as well, but yeah, this is also split in half. It sort of fades out, so we can add the shipping information directly after the merchandise information, because that makes sense, and then back onto the reward tiers down here. And yeah, more minor changes, still a couple of bits to do. This bar needs making into a single bar, so it looks more like a timeline, and I think yeah, these headings need updating as well. But that'll be when Jack gets back in tomorrow, because he's gone home for the evening. But yeah, it's very close to being complete, which is great, because it comes out next Tuesday. So just another couple of deliveries. We've got this box here, which is just more of the business cards. So that's quite good. I think that's probably all of them. Maybe one or two more, but that should be most of them. And then these as well, which there's 2 lots of this. And this is essentially going to be banners along the top of the booth at MTM. But it's come as, yeah, 2 in 1, so we're going to have to find a good way of cutting that in half, making it look clean and smooth. But I'm sure we'll figure that out.
Okay, so it's been quite a busy morning. So I managed to get the well completely done. If you haven't caught up by now, we did the well on the stream. For the past few streams I've been modelling with me and the community have been building this well. And today I've essentially just gone in and did a quick little touch-up past everything that I wanted to do in stream, but didn't want to bore people with just little things that, you know, only I would spot. So I went in and fixed up some of the tiles, as some of these were clipping through this beam here, and I added some extra tiny little details to the wood just to bring a bit more life. And overall, I'm quite happy with it. Obviously, the wood isn't textured. I think Rob said he's going to put a texture on that for me. That's kind of just a placeholder so I can see where everything will go. I did do a quick render this morning. I did a little render set up, a bit of a 5-point light system. It's a bit more than 5, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it's 5. That's how it looks. I did get a little concerned because I did notice that there's some sort of I don't know what you would call it, some sort of lighting issue going on with the bricks here, and it did make me panic because I thought I didn't notice that in the original base mesh, but it isn't. It seems fine, and this is how, you know, in terms of viewport display, this is how it will look primarily in game, and it isn't on the bricks here, so I think it's fine. I think it's just something to do with the lights, so hopefully when Rob puts it in game, it doesn't look broken.
So yeah, most of my day has been spent filling in this booklet, this sort of leaflet booklet thing that's going to be going into the goodie bag for MCM. And most of it's been on the back page here, so we're doing this sort of extra puzzle game of which route should Grumble follow to get to the pile of food at the bottom there. And it took a bit longer than anticipated, simply for the fact that I created all these lines using the pen tool, sort of creating simple routes like that, and then going ahead and delete that there, and going ahead and sort of cutting and pasting and relayering the actual lines. So there we go, got some examples on the right here, on the left, sorry, where I've been cutting and pasting and sort of relayering, just so each individual line isn't just always at the same point in the layer order. So this one route, for example, goes over and then under, then over and then under, and it doesn't matter if it's in the same line, the over or under aspect may be different. More prominent amongst these loops, because this is the same line, and I've had to cut out this section here so to layer it on top. But yeah, I think the end result's quite good. We're going to get that printed and tested, and all that's left now is the inside, which hasn't got any work done on it just yet.
Okay, so I've just gotten in, and already it's been quite a busy morning. So I managed to wrap up all the UI icons this morning. There was only a few more to go after yesterday, but I managed to get them done, which was these two here. I'm pretty happy with them. There's some of them that I'm not too sure on, such as this crook upgrade and the hammer. I'm not entirely sure on these two. Everything else I kind of like. It's just I don't really know how. If these are clear enough, and not in terms of the art style or anything like that, it's just I hope they represent what they're supposed to represent. So this is obviously buying spells and upgrades, the hammer and the crook. I just hope when they're in game it's clear enough of what their purpose is. But Rob's got them now, and I'm sure he'll have them in the game soon, so hopefully they'll look okay. But until then I can't really do much more. I had to speed along these ones a little bit. I didn't want to take too much longer on the icons. I've got some more stuff to do for the demo releases.
So I spent a lot of time today making this asset here. This is the schedule template that we're going to be using from week to week throughout October. This is the actual schedule for week 1 as well, which should be live as of this video being out. Yeah, should be. So it'll be on the Friday as this video coming out. So we've still got this stuff to look forward to on the weekend. But the main purpose of this, other than actually sharing out what we're going to be doing, is getting it set up on the website. Because this is going to be sort of the landing page that we'll be linking all of the socials to, which does have a link to the Kickstarter as well, for Kick Preview. Get a better look. Oh, it's going to load. There we go. So I made a little animation to the button as well, which just links straight to the Kickstarter page. And then you've got the schedule and today's activity. I do want to get a bit of feedback on this from the guys. I'm not too keen on just the black text and stuff like that. I will be adding a mini room in the middle here for the progress bar as well, so this might need moving around a bit as well before it goes live. And down here as well, this will be sort of updated after the fact, so by the time we get to Tuesday, this will have Monday stuff on, and then it'll just fill out with all the stuff that you've missed out on. I created this GIF yesterday, so we're starting the countdown to the Kickstarter going live. And as the weekend's coming up, I had to create the extra ones in advance just to make sure we have them to schedule over the weekend. And yeah, create them here, quite happy with them. All of the same sort of effect of something going past the screen and then the text appearing. One thing I did change with this one is the text fades out, just because what I spotted with the first one is that the GIF doesn't technically loop properly just because the text just disappears like that, and then it restarts. So adding the fade sort of makes the loop a bit better, and then I've applied that to all of them. This one's a bit tricky to mask the ship, but the end effect's quite good with it being quite quick, and then we've got the rest of them as well for the actual finishing of the countdown to the Kickstarter going live.
Okay, so it's been a bit of a different afternoon for me. I've been doing a lot of sketch work, and Rob thought it'd be a really cool idea to add some concept art in the game to kind of show the future development that we may have planned for, you know, certain areas of the game, such as the mine, the house, and the mountain path, and the upper level of the mountain. So I've been doing a lot of sketch work, and as you can see here, this kind of represents the mine that we've got going, but I've also added in a few little extra bits to kind of convey what we may add in. I'm really happy with these designs, I'm not going to lie. I've done some pickaxe designs, I've done a little minecart here, and also like a path showing it's going in, but more so what I'm really happy with is these little bat themed skies down here. I'm really happy with these. I kind of just randomly sketched them in, and then they came out really nicely, so I decided to ink them up, and I'm probably going to add colour them as well, but I'm really happy with them. If we ever add in a bat one, I'll definitely refer back to these little sketches here, as I'm quite proud of them. But right now I'm kind of working on the mountain path stuff, and as you can see, this kind of represents what we've already got in game, but a bit more detailed. So this is kind of the texturing work I'm planning on doing, and a bit more extra detail to the entrance. But I've also started taking the opportunity to add in some skylights that may be on the mountain path or the upper side of the island. I'm doing a sort of goat kind of skylight here. I haven't really decided what I want them to look like, but I've done a few little sketches. It's quite hard because I don't want them to look like the fawn, the deer sort of skylight we've already got. I need to make the silhouette quite different. So this is what I've got so far. Definitely not very keen on this one, but this one's definitely going in the more direction that I like. So I think I'm going to continue doing a few of these sketches, try and nail down a bit of a better design before I move on to doing some more sketches for what may be located on the upper side of the island.
Guys,
Please.
the weekend!
It is. Finally. We're all thinking
It's been a busy week. But yeah, please, could you back the Kickstarter? Thank you. Bye. No, seriously, back the Kickstarter. The demo's live. We've got Halloween DLCs coming up. We've just got so much on. Please back the Kickstarter. Don't care about the other stuff. Just look at the Kickstarter right now. Go on the page right now. and do it.
Yeah, I'll be drawing the Halloween stuff. I don't care. Back the Kickstarter.